Hey guys, it's Darren here. Week number 14, Fantasy Points Optimizer. Um, Last week, Mike White was good. Garrett Wilson was good. So that stack worked. Carr was meh. Adams went off. Jefferson had an okay game. Um, yeah, I'm having a hard time hitting running backs. It's been like this for the last few weeks. So running back's been a little bit tough for me. But yeah, this week, um, liking quite a few games here. As far as stacking, one in particular that we'll get into. So let's get into it. So we'll start with DraftKings 40 lineups with receiver, main slate, flex, running back, and receiver. I'm going to start with the custom stack right away. And stack number one was is going to be Cousins, Thielen, Hawkinson, and St. Brown. I think you're going to see quite a few lineups with Cousins, Jefferson, and St. Brown. So I'm just trying to be a little bit different. I'm definitely going to have some Cousins, Jefferson, and St. Brown, um, and then just be different in other places. So it's not too chalky of a lineup. So this is a way get a little bit different. Thielen ranks up really well this week, and obviously Hawkinson too. Outside the revenge game, he's he's obviously one of the best tight ends out there. And I don't want Cook and Lyons with Cousins. You're gonna limit his upside per usual. And the second stack I have, same game. Goff coming back with the same guys. So, like I said, trying to be a little bit different with a little bit, as far as the comebacks go. So St. Brown, Thielen, Hawkinson, and I don't want Jamal Williams or Vikings. Um, Swift I Swift does catch passes. I don't hate it. I usually don't like playing quarterbacks and running backs at all. Um, if Swift ends up in a few, that's fine. I wouldn't want a ton though. I'd probably go look at those lineups with Goff and Swift and maybe limit a little bit. But I like it. I mean, this game has the highest over under on the slate, and Swift could definitely get there. And I really like Swift this week. All right, so there's that, and we'll go to the max exposure. Quarterback around 35%. I did 55 for running back and wide receiver, tight end 35, defense. These aren't set in stone, just a general guideline, just to make sure I don't get 100% QB or 100% running back. And then the flex exposure this week. Um, this is why I love this tool. A lot of other optimizers don't have it. The running backs aren't the greatest overall this week, so I want more receivers in my flex position. But I don't want to totally like say no running backs at all. But this is where this tool can come in, where you can kind of play around with it. So I think this is a pretty good gauge for this particular week. There is quite a few value plays at the wide receiver position. All right. Let's go look at some of the values before I show you the lines. Um, all right. Daniel Jones is actually up here against Philly. I probably won't play any. I was going to play a little bit, but man, these receivers are just so bad. He does run some. I'm not opposed to it. He's not very highly owned. Huntley, lowest total on the slate. Not about it this week. I was all over him last year. This game on the road. A little bit, a little bit tougher type game. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball that much. Anyway, their running game is just all over the place. There's Goff. There's my boy Mike White. I'm back and forth whether I'm going to use him this week. Um, so I'm not sure on that. And obviously, there's Cousins, Gino. Gino's interesting. Talked about on the Cashing Point stream. We talked about it, and Scott made a excellent point where if Walker misses, they're not going to have much of a run game. We'll probably be throwing it quite a bit. So Gino's definitely in play for sure. And we'll go to running back, and we'll sort by value. And funny enough, somebody messaged me asking me about Miles Sanders, and I talked about him on the stream, and Graham actually agreed. He's one of my favorite plays on the slate. He's got a full-time role. Giants are bottom five against running backs, and he's going to be one of my favorite plays to play this week. Um, don't know about Fournette yet. I know he came with an ankle, so it's a super tough matchup. But he catches enough passes where he's viable, and his price is decent. Knight Carter's going to play. It's kind of an ugly situation, but Knight does catch passes. Nice price. Najee super interesting. Najee, you could actually play um, Najee in a mini stack with Huntley if you were going to go that route. Huntley, Mark Andrews, but Mark Andrews, man, he's been terrible. Pretty sure he's playing hurt. Um, and there's that. So look at receiver. We'll sort by value. And that's Kendall Hinton. Sutton's going to miss this week. Nice price. They're playing against Kansas City. Figured I'd be throwing quite a bit. The running backs are god awful. So I don't mind that at all. Chris Moore. So he shows 1%. I think he's going to go higher than that. They've only got two receivers, really. Um, there's no Brandon Cooks and no Nico Collins this week. And, Dallas is favored by 17 or 18 points. So they're going to be throwing. And I said on the stream yesterday, if I'm Dallas, I'm going to stack the box and make them pass to beat me. And Chris Moore's one of them. So he's in play. Not sure about Reynolds. I mean, Jameson Williams is there now, so he's playing, but he's not playing many snaps. It's kind of an ugly situation as far as that goes. I prefer DJ Chark. I know he's more expensive, obviously, but it's nice to see these two guys up here. I think Chase's ownership, I'll probably bump that up today. I think he's going to be a little bit higher end than 14%. People do a little bit more digging. Jerry Jeudy, he's a pain in the ass. He really is. But with no Sutton and the game environment, I think he'll probably get thrown quite a few passes this week, just based on the game script on there. So just based on volume alone, and 5,400 is a nice price. So I wouldn't go crazy with him, but he's pretty decent. And all right, let's go look at the lines. Let's see what it spit out. All right, so the top line that is spit out here, Burrow, talk about Sanders. There's White. If there's no Fournette, I like it. There's Chase, Garrett Wilson, stud. Jeudy, actually just talked about. There's Andrews, Hinton, and Panthers. So this is a very viable line. You could probably, I don't know what it would do. I don't have it in front of me, but if having Hinton and Jerry in the same lineup, I don't know what it would do if you took out Andrews and put in Hawkinson, and then you could maybe upgrade from Jeudy. That could be an option. Let's go look at something real quick. How much is Hawkinson? So he's 51. I mean, that's a $1,400 more. That's quite a. It's a $1,400 more than Jeudy. Let's have a look. So 54. So that's $6,800 at receiver. Look, you can play Godwin, Lockett. It's sort of by salary. Godwin, Kirk, Lockett, Evans. So I kind of like that. Yeah, I might have to. I might have to play that also. Yeah, that works actually, guys. That's actually decent. But obviously, we don't know 100%. I don't know about Fournette, so that would be on that. Is a cousin stack. Sanders, Najee's interesting. Been playing a little bit better, catching passes. Chase and Brown, the same lineup. There's Thielen and Hawkinson. This one's nice too. This one's pretty good. Oh, actually, this actually correlates too with Najee and the Steelers defense. I like this one quite a bit also. So that's the second one. Let's go look at the Goff one. Goff, Sanders, Chase, Thielen, Hawk, and yeah, same type of thing. Actually got the Ravens defense on that side of it. I wouldn't play Najee in the Ravens defense, obviously, so I would make a change here at the defense. Don't want to play those two in the same lineup together. What else we got? Let's go to the end, see if there's anything else interesting. Goff, Najee again, Elliott, Kelsey, decent. This is interesting, actually. Wes Huber, actually, I read his article yesterday. He actually talked about playing Pollard and Zeke in the same lineup. Hey, why not, right? With that monster implied total, Elliott gets a couple, and Pollard has a couple long runs. Um, so that would definitely be a unique build, to say the least. But going back to this first one, I'm going to make a line with what I suggested on here. Because if I don't do it and it wins $1 million, I'm going to be angry. Uh, so that's definitely a little bit interesting as far as that goes. But like I said, want to find out about Fournette. But all right, well that's pretty much it this week, guys. A shortest slate. Um, my suggestion once again is probably use receiver and flex a little bit more this week due to the running back. Not we just don't know with a lot of these running backs. So let's have a look again. Henry by himself, McCaffrey, a little bit tougher matchup. Pricey, Sanders, yes. Cook, yes. Pollard, yes. Mixon just coming back, and Perrine looks has looked great. So I don't know, think he's going to get a full bell cow. Chubb so disappointing last week on the road at Cincy. Barkley's hurt. And Najee, Travis with a tough matchup on the road. All right. Anyway, so I'll let you guys cruise. Good luck on Sunday, and I'll see y'all next week.